Well, welcome one and all. It is Mingus Marauder Baseball on the air here. The Bradshaw Bears coming to town for a second match. In fact, they matched up on Tuesday. Then Bradshaw, the home team in that one, victorious over the Mingus Marauders by a score of 6-2. Jackie Bessler along with you here from Mingus Union High School on a beautiful but breezy day. The wind blowing out to left field, and the breeze makes it a little cooler than the 74 degrees estimated here at about game time. 4A baseball. Well, the rankings have come out, and the defending 5A champions moving down to 4A. The number one seed in the Desert Sky region is number one with Mesquite. Well, in fact, 1 and 2 are both from the Desert Sky region. Seton Catholic, number 2, Canyon Del Oro from the Keno Division 3. Estrella Foothills comes in at number 4, leading the charge in the Southwest Division. And from the Skyline Division, the number 1 seed, Shadow Mountain, rounds out the top 5. Boston Butte, Lee Williams, the first Grand Canyon region team, hits at number 7. However, the number 1 seed so far in lead and in charge of the Grand Canyon region, the Prescott Badgers, they come in at number 12. Taking a look at the squads out here today. Mingus, the home squad, 2-9 on the season, 33rd in the rankings, and they have struggled a little bit this season, trying to put it together, and have gotten some starts and put it together, and then kind of fallen off a little bit. 1-4 in the region, but I'll tell you, they have had some tough play in the beginning of this season. They took on number 2 Seton Catholic and lost 10-0. Greenway, number 14, lost to them 7-1. Lost to number 4 Estrella Foothills 15-3. Lost to the Prescott Badgers in game 5 and 6, 11-1, and then 7-0. Lost to Mesquite 18-1. That's the number 1 seed in 4A baseball. Was able to pick up their first victory of the year against Thunderbird, a 6-5 win over number 27 Thunderbird, and then turned around and played Mojave. Split with Mojave. Lost the first one 9-3, and then beat the Thunderbirds by a score of 8-5. Lost on a game available on Verde Valley TV against Arcadia 17-6. Lost on Tuesday 6-2 to Bradshaw, and will match up with number 30 Bradshaw here today at Mingus Union High School. We'll take a break from Mingus, come back and meet the Bradshaw Bears, take a look at their season, and we'll return after this.
All Price Insurance on Main Street in Cottonwood is your local insurance provider for personal and commercial insurance. Call and compare 23 insurance companies for home, health, auto, RV, motorcycle, boat, or ATV. Specialty insurance and insurance bonds are no problem at All Price Insurance. Call or visit All Price Insurance today.
People often refer to Larry Green Chevrolet as the people place. Keeping that reputation is a priority in the community and with every customer that comes through the door. Larry Green Chevrolet, we're better and we'll prove it. If you're in the market for a new or pre-owned car, truck, van, or SUV, you'll find our selection extensive and the sales team professional and courteous. Visit Larry Green Chevrolet just off Highway 260 next to Walmart or LarryGreenChevrolet.com.
Clear skies, but certainly breezy out here today at Mingus Union High School. Jackie Bessler along with you. The second game between the Mingus Marauders and the Bradshaw Bears coming up in a couple of minutes. Taking a look at the Bradshaw Mountain Bears for this year. They are number 6 in the Grand Canyon region, coming in 4-5 in games that count for AIA Power Points. They sit number 30 in the rankings altogether. Victory started off the season with a 6-2 win over St. Mary's, lost 5-1 to number 22 Moon Valley, the Rockets. Matched up with Deer Valley, beat them by 6-5. That was a good game. Flagstaff lost 2 to Flagstaff, 9-5, and then turned around and lost 9-2. Lost to Lee Williams, lost both Grand Canyon region games to Lee Williams as well. Lee Williams comes in from the Grand Canyon region 4-0 and number 7 in the rankings. Lost to the Volunteers 4-1 in the first game, 8-1 in the second game, and now they've got a 2-game winning streak underway, beating number 43 Washington by a score of 12-0, and then beating Mingus on Tuesday over in Prescott Valley by a score of 6-2. As we take a look at that game, well, Mingus scored first in the first inning. Bradshaw put up 3 in the bottom of the second to lead 3-1. And then added to their lead in the bottom of the 6th, making it 6-1. Mingus was able to get a run across in the top of the 7th. A little too late, though, losing 6-2 in the last game. Roberts had 2 hits and 2 RBIs for the Bears. A hit from Platt, a hit and an RBI from Torp in that game. An RBI from Josh Grant, one of the sophomores on this squad. Prentice added a hit. A hit from Massis and a couple of RBIs, and Dylan Taylor added a hit. 7 hits, 6 walks for the Bradshaw Bears, and a couple of errors on the part of the Mingus Marauders. And it ended up 6-2 in the last meeting between these two squads on Tuesday. We'll take a break. We'll return to Mingus Union High School after this.
All Price Insurance on Main Street in Cottonwood is your local insurance provider for personal and commercial insurance. Call and compare 23 insurance companies for home, health, auto, RV, motorcycle, boat, or ATV. Specialty insurance and insurance bonds are no problem at All Price Insurance. Call or visit All Price Insurance today.
People often refer to Larry Green Chevrolet as the people place. Keeping that reputation is a priority in the community and with every customer that comes through the door. Larry Green Chevrolet, we're better and we'll prove it. If you're in the market for a new or pre-owned car, truck, van, or SUV, you'll find our selection extensive and the sales team professional and courteous. Visit Larry Green Chevrolet just off Highway 260 next to Walmart or LarryGreenChevrolet.com.
Welcome back to Mingus Union High School. The Bears and the Marauders getting set to play Grand Canyon region action here today. The Mingus Marauders take a look at Mingus, who will be the home team. Looking at him defensively. Pitching here today is going to be Cameron Maychuk. Behind the plate, Joe Machado, number 22, around the infield. Elian Martinez will be at third. Wearing number 16, Chris Matthew at short. Jan Alvarez at second base and Angel Batencourt at first. The outfield from left to right is going to be Chaz Taylor, Justin Tanner in center, and in right field, Trevor Hoke. Taking a look at the Bradshaw Bears as they will get to bat first. Leading off is going to be the sophomore Josh Grant at second base. Jacob Platt, the shortstop, will bat second. Dylan Taylor behind the plate. The backstop will bat third. Jacob Roberts, love high school baseball. The pitcher will bat cleanup. Paxton Prentice, left field, will bat fifth. Aaron Gordon is in right field. He'll be DH'd here today by Dane Holloway in batting sixth. Blair Hillig, the first baseman, will bat seventh. Jordan Massis, the center fielder, will bat eighth. And Jace Torp will round it out for the visiting Bears out here today. Once again, gorgeous day, but breezy, blowing out to left field. So that'll be interesting to see if the ball is going to fly here at Mingus Union High School today. Want to thank some of our sponsors for Verde Valley Baseball. This is one of 6 games that you can catch. I'm going to tell you, tag the favorite. So I'll tell you what, it was an absolute great game, softball game between Bradshaw and Mingus. That one's available at verdevalleytv.com. We've got this one. We've got Mingus and Arcadia Baseball. And then, of course, coming up on the 4th of April, we will stream live and available on Verde Valley TV. Cable 1, Channel 56, Unlinked Channel 2, Sedona at Camp Verde for that softball matchup. On the 11th, we'll be back here at Mingus for another softball game against the Flagstaff Eagles. And then Camp Verde at Sedona Baseball coming up the 20th of April. And then we will follow any playoff opportunities for Mingus baseball and or softball coming up at the very end of April, beginning of May. I want to thank one of our sponsors, including our friends at Arizona Smile Designers, who tell you that smiling is good for your health. Don't limit your smile because of a missing tooth or teeth. Talk to Arizona Smile Designers about implants. At Arizona Smile Designers, the procedure is easy, painless, and all under one roof. Implants can be color matched, designed to your natural bite, and protect against bone loss or damage to other teeth. Don't limit your smile. Visit Arizona Smile Designers on Willard in Cottonwood. Get info at azsmiledesigners.com. Maychek on the mound for the Mingus Marauders. His first pitch will be fouled off. Strike 1 to Josh Grant. Leadoff hitter for the Bradshaw Bears. As a team, Bradshaw comes in batting .306 on the season. Big swing and a miss for strike number 2. Grant is batting .333 on the season. He's got 8 runs, 12 hits, 11 RBIs, 3 doubles, triple, and a home run. And a foul tip called for strike number 3. So we start off the game with a 3-pitch strikeout by Maychek. Pull up some info here on Maychek pitching for 2019. He's pitched 16 and a third innings. He's given up 14 hits, 15 runs, only 8 of them earned though. 8 bases on balls with 10 strikeouts. Just picked up his 11th strikeout of the season. The lefty steps in, number 2 hitter. Takes ball 1 low. That's Jacob Platt, the shortstop. Bradshaw is 2 and 4 away. A line drive past the second baseman. He'll get a knock to get the Bradshaw Bears going. So 1 on, 1 out. Line drive base hit, and that's going to bring up the catcher, Dylan Taylor. Taylor wearing number 34, batting .278 on the season. He's 10 for 36 at the plate with 8 runs scored. 3 RBIs, 3 doubles on the season, and one of the 3 home runs for the Bears in 2019. And the pitch comes in low, ball 1. Just underway here at Mingus Union High School. Scoreboard not working here today. 0-0, top of the first. Josh Grant was up to lead off and struck out. That one is inside for ball 2. Platt followed with a 1-0 base hit past the second baseman. So 1 on, 1 out here in the top of the first. Maychek delivers, and that one might have been helped by the wind to stay outside. So 3-0 on the number 3 hitter. There's the 3-0 count. Right down the middle for a strike. 3-1 hitters count for Dylan Taylor. Platt on first. Batencourt holding him on. Mingus shifts the infield a little bit to the left here with the righty up. There's a delivery. That one's going to be foul in the air. Uncatchable, though. Not entirely out of play, as Mingus has that big green grass area behind the dugout area over in right field. A lot more room in right field than there is in left field, but still a lot of foul ground out here. Full count payoff pitch coming from Maychek out of the stretch. Good lead out there by Platt. Checks the runner and deliveries. Takes something off and strikes him out. 2 strikeouts in the inning, and that's going to bring up the pitcher and cleanup hitter, Jacob Roberts. Roberts steps in. Tell you about his pitching when he's out there on the mound. You can hear the wind out there. Holy cow. The junior righty takes ball 1 outside. Flip throw down to first. Platt scampers back, and he is safe. Roberts is batting .303 on the season. 10 for 33. 3 runs, 12 RBIs with a double. Steps up with 1 on, 2 out. Here in the top of the first. Maychek delivers. Ground ball up the middle. That's going to get through. And JT comes in and grabs it nicely. Over to Matthew to keep runners at first and second. So, strikeout, single has been the pattern here. As Platt is now on second. Jacob Roberts on first. And Aaron Gordon. Paxton Prentice, the left fielder. By the way, I was watching him warm up. He's got a heck of an arm out there in left field. He will step in. Prentice leads the team, batting .400 from the left side of the plate. 14 for 35 with 11 runs and 4 RBIs. He's got an RBI opportunity, 1 in scoring position, out on second, and he'll foul that one back. Just got the bottom of it for strike 1. On deck, it's going to be the DH, Dane Holloway. Maychek is ready. 2 on, 2 out. Delivers, and that one's going to be inside. Chato keeps it in front of him. 1-1 the count. Fans starting to arrive here for an early game. 3:45 first pitch. 1 of 6 games available on Verde Valley TV. Maychek delivers and high strike, swinging strike. Sometimes those fastballs up in your eyes look extremely inviting. 1-2 the count on Prentice. 2 out, 2 on. And that one's going to stay high and outside for 2-2. Platt standing on second base, tied for first among the Bradshaw Bears in stolen bases. Maychek delivers, and that one's going to be fouled to the left-hand side. A little late on it. Got that one toward the concession stand out there. Line drive foul ball. Nobody hit by it, so that's good. Two count once again. And that one's going to be sky to left field. As Taylor has a beat on it and catches it for the 3rd out. So 5 up, 3 out, 2 left. 2 base hits, no runs scored. We'll take a break. Bottom of the 1st coming up after this.
Hi, Jerry Butterbrook. Century 21 Sexton Realty has been an important part of the Verde Valley since 1954, helping people to buy or sell property with services like teamwork and integrity. Verde Valley has grown, and so has Century 21, with offices in Cottonwood and Sedona. Century 21 is always looking to hire those exceptional agents that are smarter, bolder, and faster. Call Cottonwood 634-5544. Call Sedona 282-1490.
I'm Chris.
And I'm Tandy, owners of Taylor Waste.
We're the last local garbage company homegrown in the Verde Valley.
And we want to be your first choice for residential and small business garbage service.
Get a free month service when you make the switch to Taylor Waste. Visit TaylorWaste.com for more information.
Or to start service, call Taylor Waste at 649-2662.
Taylor Waste, service tailored to your needs.
Well, papers and wind don't match up, I'll tell you that. As the papers are trying to take off on me here. 0-0 coming into the bottom of the first. The Mingus Marauders are going to set up Matthew, JT, Justin Tanner, Jazz Taylor, and if anybody gets on, Angel Batencourt hitting cleanup for the Mingus Marauders. Taking a look at our pitcher Roberts on the mound out here for the visiting Bradshaw Bears. He's got 16 and a third innings pitched. He's given up 23 hits, 17 runs, only 10 of them earned runs. A few more walks than strikeouts, though. 13 walks, 10 strikeouts on the season. The only extra base hit, according to the stats, was a home run. Opposing teams batting .338 against him with an on-base percentage of .477. He's hit 5 batters, giving up 3 stolen bases. Taking a look at the Bradshaw Bears. Defensively, Roberts on the mound. Dylan Taylor behind the plate for the Bears. Around the infield, it's going to be Chase Torp at third. Jacob Platt at shortstop. Josh Grant at second. And Blair Hillick at first base. First pitch out here from Roberts is going to stay. Oh, strike one. Caught the outside corner. As Matthews up there. Outfield. Paxton Prentice in left field, Jordan Massis in center, and Aaron Gordon over in right. Second delivery stays outside. 1-1 the count on the lead half hitter for the Mingus Marauders. Matthew wearing number 8 out there. Comes in leading the Marauders, batting .308 on the season. And he'll take that one outside. 8 for 26 with 7 runs scored. Only 1 RBI. He's got a couple of doubles. And there's the pitch for strike 2. 1-2 the count. Scoreboard's working again. How about that? Matthew's got 5 walks. So he'll look at ball 2, 2-2, the count. Only 4 strikeouts on the season, an on-base percentage of .406. That's best on the Mingus Marauders for 2019, and that one's going to bounce away. And he'll get his 6th walk of the season. So Mingus has 1 on, nobody out to start this game, and Justin Tanner steps in. Batting .259 on the season, 7 hits to go along with 3 runs and 3 RBIs. He's got a triple. JT pitched well at Bradshaw on Tuesday. Didn't come up with the victory. Ended up losing 6-2. He's able to see his victory against Thunderbird earlier this season, 6-5. As a pitcher, he's 1-2 on the season. First delivery in for a strike. Good breaking ball. Started inside, came back across the plate. JT's got speed. 1 on, nobody out. No 1 count, and that one is outside, almost like a pitch out. Good job by Taylor getting out to that one, moving his feet, getting his body in front of it. 1-1 the count now. Bottom of the first inning, no score. Bradshaw had 2 base hits in the top of the first, unable to score, and the curveball stays high, doesn't break. 2-1 the count. Matthew walked to start the bottom of the first. standing out there on first. Hillig holding him on. There's the delivery and check swing, but it caught the plate anyway. 2-2 the count. Tanner's up there, 2-2 count. Big lead this time. And that's going to be outside, a full count, 3-2. Matthew's got 5 stolen bases on the season, and his last lead was really big. Full count, a lot of space over there on the right side. And takes off, ground ball going to the shortstop. He'll go to second for 1, and the ball is dropped, and Matthew is safe at second. So JT will get on what would have been a fielder's choice anyway. Will get on with the error as the throw to second just popped out of the glove. And 2 on, nobody out for the Mingus Marauders, and Chaz Taylor sets in. One of the phenomenal seniors on this Mingus Marauder squad. Batting .280 on the season. 7 for 25 as he calls timeout and steps out. Gathers himself. Matthew on second, Tanner on first. And Robert steps off the mound. Matthew's going to take his lead once again. Josh Grant holding him on, kind of holding him on at second, and a bunt attempt, throw behind the runner, and Matthew gets back safe. Good arm out there by Taylor as he throws behind Matthew. Chaz Taylor missed the bunt attempt for strike 1. A half bunt toward the hole there between first and second. Chaz Taylor's got the speed. He might be able to make it. 0-1 the count. 2 on, nobody out. And the pitcher spins, and Matthew dives back, but nobody's there covering the bag. Grant had left. Roberts is glad he didn't actually let that one go. That one would have rolled into center field for sure. There's the pitch, and it's going to be low for ball 1. 1-1 the count. Just underway here. First inning, bottom of the first. Mingus with a threat, 2 on, nobody out. And the curveball stays high. A throw back once again. Matthew's caught in no man's land and does not slide at third, and he is picked off of second. So a 1-2 count on Taylor, and Matthew is picked off trying to steal third. Third baseman Chase Torp took the shot as Matthew did not slide, able to hang on to the ball. So the putout goes 2-5. Matthew is eliminated from the base path. So now 1 on, 1 out. Taylor down on the count, 1-2. There's the pitch, and he'll swing and miss the curveball for a strikeout. Batencourt, Angel Batencourt, the first baseman, will step in. One on, 2 outs as the lefty comes in. Chase Torp, by the way, the only senior on this squad for Bradshaw. That one catches the outside corner for strike 1. Roberts picks up his 11th strikeout of the season. 14 walks. And that one is skied high, edging toward out of play, and it will get out of play over near the stands. Hit something out there, not sure what it hit. We'll have to send out an investigative crew, figure out what it hit. Betancourt comes in batting .304. He's got an 0-1 count on him. 0-2 count, I think. 7 for 23 on the season. He's going to take that one toward the right side off the second baseman, who's able to contain it, pick it up and throw him out. So Josh Grant throws out Betancourt from second base. It'll go 4-3 for the ground out. So 2 on, and Mingus unable to push anybody across. 1 walk, 1 hit, nobody left, no runs. Top of the second coming up, 0-0. Mingus and Bradshaw. We're back after this.
The Suzy Q Market is the most convenient stop for road trips with 1,500 beverage selections and plenty of snacks. And save on Conoco fuel with your Kickback Rewards card. The Suzy Q drive-thru window is the most convenient way to stop for those essentials on the way home.
Road trips start here with something for everyone.
At Suzy Q.
Shop local first, always.
Go for others.
Your first set of wheels didn't come with complications, or strings, or hassles. It can be that way again. There's a simpler way to buy tires at Tire Pros.
We're hassle-free, guaranteed.
Well, here's a replay of the final out of the bottom of the first, and the second baseman, Josh Grant, able to contain it after he knocked it down and was able to throw out Betancourt at first base. Mingus had a threat, unable to take advantage of it. Mingus had 2 on and nobody out and unable to push anybody across. It's going to be the 5, 6, and 7 hitters up for the visiting Bradshaw Bears. DH Dane Holloway steps in. Wearing number 15, batting .333 on the season. 3 for 9, and he's going to ground that one. Matthew picks it up clean, across the diamond to Betancourt for the ground out. So 6-3, the ground out on the first pitch. Hey, Denny, how are you? Welcome to the ballpark. You doing well? Awesome. So 1 up, 1 pitch, 1 out here in the top of the 6th, and Blair Hillig, the big first baseman, steps in for the Bradshaw Bears. Another lefty on this squad. Young team once again for Bradshaw, only 1 senior, and that's Torp. Strike catches the outside corner. Hillig batting .281. Tied for third on the team with 9 RBIs. He's got 9 hits, 9 for 32. 4 runs, 5 doubles and a triple, and that one will stay outside. 1-1 the count. If you're just joining us, it is 0-0, top of the second. Maychek on the mound for the Mingus Marauders, and got that one to break up underneath the bat. 1-2 the count. First inning. Went strikeout, single, strikeout, and then fly out to left field. 1-2 delivery, and that's going to be a line drive through at the right side. Base hit out there for Hillig. So 1 out, 1 on. Massis, the center fielder, steps in. Another left-handed batter out there. Holloway, by the way, 1 steal on the season. Out there on first base, Betancourt holding them on. And the delivery from Maychek is going to be fouled off into the softball field. Off to our left. Massis is a sophomore, batting .273 on the season. 9 for 33, scored 13 runs. He's got 9 RBIs. Couple of doubles, a triple, and a home run. The wind has calmed down for the moment. That one stays high and outside. 1-1 the count on the number 8 hitter for Bradshaw. Maychek steps down and gets some dirt on that glove. That always helps you throw better. 1-1 count, 1 on, 1 out. Maychek delivers, line drive, center field, and that's going to hit the gap and go to the wall. Chaz Taylor is going to track it down as Hillig comes around third. They've got to play at third, and they get the runner out at third. However, coming around from first to score is Hillig, putting the first run on the board for the Bradshaw Bears. So a double and then a put out at third base as it went from Taylor to Matthey over to Gonzalez. So 7-6-5 out at third. So base is empty, 2 outs for the number 9 hitter, the senior Chase Torp. Third baseman stands in there. That one's high for ball 1. Torp has batting .375 on the season, 12 for 32. 4 runs, 4 RBIs, and a double, and swings and misses at the breaking ball. 1-1. So Hillig singled through the right side. Massis hit a gapper. Great speed out there for the Mingus Marauders to get him at third. Check swing, a called strike. First base umpire. So that's going to make it 1-2. That one will be close. Not sure he went around on that one, but Mingus gets the call on the break. Maychek delivers high. 2-2 the count, so Mingus here gives up a run here in the top of the second. Pair of hits out of the windup. That one will hit Torp. And he'll go down to first, and that'll bring up the leadoff hitter, Josh Grant. So Torp, part of a play at third base down there without a slide by Matthey. Took some contact there, now takes one in the back from Maychek, and he's down at first base, and Josh Grant's up. He struck out his first time up. Saw 3 pitches, and ball gets away from Machado, and down to second goes Torp with a stolen base. Machado lost the handle in the transfer from the glove to the hand, looking to make a play on the stealing runner down there. So Torp's in scoring position, and a ground ball. That'll find the left side of the infield for the base hit. As Chaz Taylor loses the handle, he'll throw into second, but coming around to score is going to be Torp, on with a hit by pitch, and comes around to score on the RBI single out there by Josh Grant. Jacob Platt comes in with 1 on, 2 out, 2 in here in the second. The shortstop singled in the first, got stranded at second. Maychek's had to work hard here in the second. That one gets away from Machado, keeps it in front of him, and it rolls down toward first base, so he's able to keep Josh Grant at first. An update for the Bradshaw Mingus softball score. Bradshaw leading Mingus 1-0. Coach Saravo giving us some updates as we can keep you up to date. Your score here, Mingus baseball trailing Bradshaw 2-0. And the steal attempt down, hits him in the back. It was a good throw, and coming across to cover was going to be Matthew, and sliding with his back to the catcher, and he took that one right in the middle of the back. So Josh Grant with the stolen base, but he pays for it with that bruise somewhere between the shoulder blades out there. And a 1-0 count to Jacob Platt, the shortstop. So another Bear in scoring position here. And there's the delivery, that's fouled back. 1-1 the count. Wind continuing to blow out toward left field. It's been a long inning so far. The second's been a long inning. Maychek faced 5 batters in the first. He's on his 6th batter here in the second. And the umpire having a conversation with the coaching crew from Bradshaw. Conversation still going on. Jacob Platt, the shortstop, singled in the first. 1-1 the count. Holloway grounded out on the first pitch to start the second. That one's going to stay foul, curved to just foul. Maychek took a little something off of it. Got Platt out in front, a 1-2 count now. So Holloway grounded out, a single by Hillig. Then a 1-1 pitch, a double by Massis. Scoring, coming around to score was Hillig. Thrown out at third was Massis for the second out, and that's going to be a ground ball right side. Getting to it, great play, thrown into the dirt, and it gets away from Batencourt, and coming around to score is going to be Josh Grant. Going down to second is going to be Jacob Platt. Alvarez, great range getting over there, and then couldn't stop the momentum and threw the ball low and hard to handle to Batencourt. So the inning continues for the Bradshaw Bears, 3 in. And Taylor comes in, steps in, struck out on a full count his first time up, the catcher. First pitch is called a ball. 1-0 the count. So Hillig scored on the RBI double by Massis, who got thrown out at third, and then Torp on a 2-2 pitch got hit by pitch, stole second, and a big swing and a miss. Scored on an RBI single by Josh Grant, who in turn turned around and with 2 outs was running on the ground ball to the second baseman. Unable to complete the out at first, so he came around to score. And there's a strike. 1-2 the count on Dylan Taylor. 3 in, 1 on, 2 out. Here in the top of the second. Bradshaw scored 3 in the second on Tuesday, and there's the strikeout. And that'll end the threat, but 3 come across to score for the Bradshaw Mountain Bears. The Mingus Marauders coming up in the bottom of the second. It's going to be Maychek, Hoke, and Machado for Mingus when we return after this.
All Price Insurance on Main Street in Cottonwood is your local insurance provider for personal and commercial insurance. Call and compare 23 insurance companies for home, health, auto, RV, motorcycle, boat, or ATV. Specialty insurance and insurance bonds are no problem at All Price Insurance. Call or visit All Price Insurance today.
People often refer to Larry Green Chevrolet as the people place. Keeping that reputation is a priority in the community and with every customer that comes through the door. Larry Green Chevrolet, we're better and we'll prove it. If you're in the market for a new or pre-owned car, truck, van, or SUV, you'll find our selection extensive and the sales team professional and courteous. Visit Larry Green Chevrolet just off Highway 260 next to Walmart or LarryGreenChevrolet.com.
Well, the Bradshaw Bears end up scoring 3 on 3 hits and an error, and a hit batsman for the Bradshaw Bears in the top of the second. Mingus Marauders are going to bring up Maychek, Hoke, and Machado. Pitcher Maychek will step in. He's batting 120 on the season, 3 for 25 with 1 run scored. Not his normal offensive output. Wide stance out there for the pitcher, and he'll line that one right field. That one's got a chance to stay in play. It does, down the right field line, and getting over to cover it very quickly is going to be Aaron Gordon. Didn't have a chance on it. The little floater right down the right field line. And Maychek starts the second inning for the Mingus Marauders with a single. All right, good for you, young man. So he picks up his 4th hit of the season. Mingus comes in number 33 in the rankings. The Bradshaw Bears, number 30. Both squads 1 and 4 in the Grand Canyon region. Little pop fly to the second baseman, and he'll glove it for the first out. Hoke pops up to Grant on the first pitch he sees. And Machado will step in. Machado, know him from football season very well. Batting 167, struggling at the plate a little bit, 4 for 24 on the season. He's got 3 RBIs. Hasn't scored a run yet, and he'll drive that one to right center field, and that one's going to get down. And Maychek holds up at second base. Didn't make the turn, so 2 on, 2 singles out here, 1 out for the Mingus Marauders. And Martinez will step in. Elian Martinez playing third base here. Has no stats batting for the Marauders this year. Wide stance as he turns that left ankle inside. Get a little recoil action way back in his stance. There's the pitch, and it stays high. Breaking ball stays high, ball 1. So 2 on, 1 out. Maychek singled on his first pitch. Little pop out to the second baseman by Hoke, and Machado lines a single to right center field. Martinez now looks at ball 2 high. Jan Alvarez, the second baseman, the 9-hole hitter on deck. And it'll be back to the top with Matthew, the shortstop. Mingus trailing 3-0 here. Bottom of the second. 1 out, 2 on for Mingus, a 2-0 pitch. Delivery by Roberts is in for a strike. 2-1 the count. 6 different games on Verde Valley TV available. On the 4th, we're going to switch over and do back to softball. It'll be Sedona at Camp Verde. Camp Verde softball's doing exceptionally well this year. High strike, strike 2. fact, just saw the 2A rankings for softball, and Camp Verde softball ranked number 3. Number 1 in their region, and number 3 in the state in 2A softball. Sedona, it's hard to tell. They played 2 games and then 2 games canceled. That was going to be a line drive to the first baseman, who will beat the runner back to first base for a double play, an unassisted double play to end the inning. A little line drive down the first base line, and the first baseman was not playing the runner, was behind the runner, able to catch it and tag first base for the double play. That ends the threat for the Mingus Marauders in the second. Top of the third. Coming up, 2 hits, no runs, no errors, and 2 left on base. We're back after this.
Hi, Jerry Butterbrodt. Century 21 Sexton Realty has been an important part of the Verde Valley since 1954, helping people to buy or sell property with services like teamwork and integrity. Verde Valley has grown, and so has Century 21, with offices in Cottonwood and Sedona. Century 21 is always looking to hire those exceptional agents that are smarter, bolder, and faster. Call Cottonwood 634-5544. Call Sedona 282-1490.
I'm Chris.
And I'm Tandy, owners of Taylor Waste.
We're the last local garbage company homegrown in the Verde Valley.
And we want to be your first choice for residential and small business garbage service.
Get a free month service when you make the switch to Taylor Waste. Visit TaylorWaste.com for more information.
Or to start service, call Taylor Waste at 649-2662.
Taylor Waste, service tailored to your needs.
An update on that Mingus Bradshaw score. It's tied, or pardon me, top of the third rather. Bradshaw leading Mingus 1-0. We'll go back to Mingus softball coming up on the 11th of April as the Flagstaff Eagles will come to Mingus Union High School. Here it's 3-0, the Bradshaw Bears on top of the Mingus Marauders baseball squad. My score of 3-0 as we start the top of the third. It's going to be Prentice, the DH Holloway, and Hillig in the top of the third. Prentice, the left fielder, flied out to left field to end the first inning. 2-2 pitch. Maychek steps out there once again. And there's the pitch. Big swing and a miss. Strike 1. Maychek here through 2 innings. He's got 3 strikeouts, no walks. He's given up 5 hits. Hit 1 batter. He's given up 2 earned runs here in the game so far from the windup, and that one stays outside. Ball 1, 1-1 the count. Came in with 10 strikeouts on the season. He's added 3 more just in the first 2 innings. And thought he was going to give that one a strike call, but he does not. Umpire calls that ball 2, 2-1 the count. Here's the windup and a ground ball heading toward Matthew. Takes it on the candy hop. Across the diamond. Good scoop out of the dirt by Badencourt. And the ground out for out number 1 for the Bradshaw Bears here in the third. Second put out by Matthew. That's going to bring up Prentice. And I got myself off a little bit. I apologize. That was Jacob Roberts, the pitcher, who grounded out. He singled in the first. Here's Prentice. The lefty flied out to left field in the first. So on deck then is Holloway. Hillig, the first baseman, is in the hole. Maychek, wind-up delivery, fouls that one left side, and that gets over to the batting cages. 1-1 the count. 1 out, nobody on. Top of the third, Bradshaw leading 3-0. Here's the pitch, and that one's fouled straight back. And our guest off to my left for strike number 2. Gordon and Gordon Law combines honesty, integrity, hometown values with legal excellence in every representation. From family law to probate, trust, and estate planning, Gordon and Gordon Attorneys is trust well placed. One of our sponsors out here for Verde Valley Baseball. That one gets by Machado for a 2-2 count. Flying Skittles in the crowd. Baseballs have stayed in the park. And if you blow on it enough, the Skittles is good after it hits the ground. Okay, all right, I'm with you. There's a big swing and a miss for a strikeout. 4th strikeout for Maycheck here in the game, and that's 2 outs. As Holloway steps in. First pitch he saw, ground out to Matthew. Across the diamond to Batencourt. That was back in the 2nd inning. Bradshaw's up 3-0, 2 out, top of the 3rd. Maycheck has been able to stay in the windup all the way through. So our schedule for Verde Valley TV, of course, we got this baseball game for you. Softball. Sedona at Camp Verde coming up on April 4th. Gets the strike call on the outside corner. Then it'll be back to Mingus softball here at Mingus Union High School versus the Flagstaff Eagles. And then the 20th will be Camp Verde at Sedona baseball. Maycheck delivers 1-1 count, goes for strike 2. 1-2 count, staying ahead of the hitter. Maycheck's looking for his 5th strikeout of the game, and ooh, that one hits him. Second hit by pitch. Thorpe got hit by a pitch back in the 2nd inning. Kept that inning alive and ended up coming around to score. So in the first 16 innings of the season, 16 1/3, Maycheck plunked 2 batters. He's got 2 hit by pitch here in this one in the first 3 innings, first 2 and 2/3 innings. Keeps the inning alive for the Bradshaw Bears and brings up Hillig, who singled and scored his first time up in the 2nd inning. Lefty first baseman. His dad coaches on the squad. He'll foul that one straight back. He was on that one. 0-1 count. 2 out, 1 on. Top of the 3rd. Round the diamond for the Mingus Marauders. You got Martinez at 3rd, Matthew at short, Alvarez at 2nd. Batencourt's down there at 1st. Holding on Holloway. Maycheck on the mound and Machado behind the plate, and that's going to be a line drive right field out for Hoke, making the turn and going to 3rd, and a good throw in as they'll keep Hillig to a single, but coming around to 3rd after getting hit by a pitch is Holloway. So 1st and 3rd, 2 outs now for the Bradshaw Bears, and Massis steps in. His first time up. A lot going on the field out there as he yanked a double to left center field, but actually got thrown out at 3rd trying to extend it to a triple. So the putout went 7-6-5 and out at 3rd. Steps in to the batter's box. He's 1 for 1, takes ball 1. His double scored Hillig for the first run of the game. He's got Holloway at 3rd, Hillig at 1st. And the 1-0 pitch stays high. 2-0 the count. Chase Torp is on deck, the third baseman. He got hit by a pitch, promptly stole second, and then scored on an RBI single by Josh Grant back in the second. 2 on, 2 out, and a big swing and a miss. Two, 1 the count. Massis out in front of that one. Wind kicking up once again, blowing out toward left field. Chaz Taylor is out there, and that one stays outside for a 3-1 count. Cameron Maychek. No runs, 2 hits in the first inning, 3 runs, 3 hits, and he'll throw ball 4 for his first walk of the game. So Hillig will trot down to second. Holloway still at third. And a 2-out rally here by the Bradshaw Bears. As the pitching coach will come out for a quick conversation. We'll take a break here at Mingus Union High School. The Bears have the bags loaded with 2 out here in the top of the third, already leading 3-0. We're back after this.
The Suzy Q Market is the most convenient stop for road trips with 1,500 beverage selections and plenty of snacks. And save on Conoco fuel with your Kickback Rewards card. The Suzy Q drive-thru window is the most convenient way to stop for those essentials on the way home.
Road trips start here with something for everyone.
At Suzy Q.
Shop local first, always.
Go Brothers!
And back here for play, bases loaded. And the first pitch is outside. Machado gets enough of it to stay in front of it and keeps the runner from third from coming down to score. Third baseman Chase Torp. Bags loaded for him out here. Torp is batting .375. 12 for 32. Got hit by a pitch the first time up. Looks at ball 2. He's got 2 walks, 5 strikeouts on the season. Maychek out of the windup. And there's the pitch. And called high. 3-0. Nowhere to put Torp. Got to pitch to him here. 3-0 count. Favor of the Bradshaw Bears, leading 3-0. Bags loaded. Maychek out of the windup. There's the pitch. And it's going to be ball 4. Back-to-back walks and an RBI walk. So going to third is Hillig. Massis will trot down to second. Torp will replace him at first, and coming around to score is the DH. Holloway, who got hit by a pitch with 2 outs. Top of the order, back up. Bags loaded, 4-0 now. Josh Grant steps in. He struck out in the first, had an RBI single in the second. And Maychek greets him with a high strike. Wind kicks up hard now. Game time temperature expected to be 73, 74 degrees. Feels a little cooler than that with 11, 12 mile per hour winds, and strike 2. Pulled the string on that one with the curveball. Grant was stepping out while he was starting to check swing at that one. Holloway's in, Hillig's at third, Massis at second, and a big swing and a strike. And a strikeout, his 4th strikeout of the game as Maychek gets out of a bases-loaded jam. However, one more comes across as the Bradshaw Bears leading the Marauders here halfway through 3, 4-0. We're back after this.
At Camp Verde Ace Hardware, you'll find their employees are friendly and very helpful. It's a family-owned hardware store, and they'll treat you like a member of the family. At Camp Verde Ace Hardware, they stock household tools and all kinds of supplies. You can take advantage of their rental department. From the moment you walk in the door till the time you leave, you'll know why Camp Verde Ace Hardware is the home of legendary customer service. Pay them a visit on Main Street in Camp Verde.
Lawler Construction is the exclusive builder at Mesquite Hills Subdivision in Cottonwood, a premier local builder of custom residential and commercial projects for 33 years. Lawler Construction uses green construction methods, building efficiency into every custom design. Lawler Construction is a certified Energy Star builder. For examples, visit LawlerConstructionAZ.com. Thank you for your business, confidence, and continued referrals. Lawler Construction, a proud supporter of baseball and softball at all levels.
Jacob Roberts returns to the mound for the Bradshaw Bears, the visiting Bears here at Mingus Union High School, leading the Marauders 4-0. Bottom of the third if you're just joining us on a breezy afternoon at Mingus Union High School. Mingus Marauders had 2 on in the first, unable to score. Led off the second with a single. And a second single, 2 on, unable to score in the second. A bunt attempt, bunted foul out here by Jan Alvarez, his first time up. An 0-1 count on the Mingus Marauder second baseman out here today. Comes in batting .250. 3 for 12, 3 runs, and an RBI, and pokes that one into short left field. Could be trouble. Left fielder coming in, able to snag it is Prentice. So a fly out to left field to start off the third for the Mingus Marauders. That'll bring up the top of the order. Chris Matthey walked and got stranded at second. Actually thrown out as the catcher threw behind him. And had no choice, out in no man's land, had to go to third. Got thrown out at third in the first inning. Steps in and looks at ball one. 1 out, nobody on. Top of the third, Mingus trailing 4-0 here. Mingus victories over Thunderbird earlier in the season, and a victory over Grand Canyon region foe Mojave. And that'll be fouled off. 1-1 the count. Matthew leading the Marauders with a .308 batting average. So look at ball 2 high. Mingus lost the first of these 2 against the Bradshaw Bears on Tuesday by a score of 6-2, trailing this one 4-0. And then April 2nd and 3rd, Mingus is going to go on at Cocoa and then here home against Cocoa, as that one's fouled straight back. 2-2 the count on the Mingus Marauder. Shortstop out here today. So we finish up with Bradshaw. Mingus goes on to play 2 against Cocoa. Then starting April 4th, they'll start the Wolves Classic little tournament. Ground ball foul, stays alive. And then 2 against Flagstaff, April 9th and 11th. Home and then away on the 11th. And then finish up the season at Lee Williams on the 16th and home against Lee Williams on the 18th. And a line drive down the third baseline and called foul. Hooked just foul past the bag. Hit it hard. Prentice, by the way, has got a cannon for an arm out in left field. So that would have been a race to the second base bag. Guarantee that. Matthew, pretty good speed too. Ooh, inside. Spun away from that one for a full count. Matthew's fighting out there. Trying to get a base runner on for Mingus. had his 6th walk of the season to lead the Mingus Marauders, and will get his 7th walk of the season to lead the Mingus Marauders. JT, his first time up, ended up on first base. Would have been a fielder's choice as he hit the ball to the shortstop over to the second baseman. Ball just popped out of the glove. I hate that when that happens. So he ends up on first in the first inning on an error. Got stranded there. So up now with 1 on, 1 out. And line drive up the middle. That's going to get through. Matthew turns the corner. Ball was bobbled by the center fielder out there. Would have had a shot at third, but he'll get held up at second. So 2 on, 1 out for the Mingus Marauders in the bottom of the third, trailing 4-0, trying to cut the lead out here. Chaz Taylor, the left fielder, is up. Strikeout victim in the first inning. Came in batting .280 with 7 hits, 5 runs and 3 RBIs. Had a triple earlier this season. 2 on, 1 out. Taylor steps out. Matthew on second. Shortstop, center fielder Justin Tanner, who pitched the last game against Bradshaw, is on first. And a big swing and a miss. Got a fastball, but it was low. 0-1 the count. Jazz has got speed for Mingus too. A bunt here would be a difficult play at first against him, and that one will stay high. 1-1 the count. Mingus has had base runners. Haven't been able to get past second, though, as the Bradshaw pitching coach comes out, chats with Roberts out there. Wind kicks up once again. Little cloud cover makes it easier for the right fielder here. Right field is difficult for any right fielder, visiting or otherwise. Umpire's going to come out and find out what's going out on the mound and wander back behind home plate. First meeting on Tuesday. Bradshaw victorious. They had 3 in the second and 3 in the sixth. Mingus able to get 1 across in the first and 1 in the seventh. Roberts is ready out of the stretch. 1-1 count, 1 out, 2 on for Taylor, who will take time out, ask for timeout and step out, regather. Taylor slowing the game down here. Coach's mound visit slowed down the game as well, and that one's going to be fouled off. Got a hold of it, though, and that's going to stay in play. Doesn't make it down the hill. But a 1-2 count on the Mingus Marauder senior left fielder. Want to thank our friends at Taylor Waste as well as Lawler Construction. Reese's Tire Automotive Tire Pros for sponsoring Verde Valley baseball and softball, and the curveball doesn't break down, stays high. 2-2 the count. That one up inside and around the eyes. Betancourt, the first baseman, is on deck for the Mingus Marauders. Leads the team in RBIs, looking for an opportunity to expand that lead. There's the pitch. Ooh, swing and a miss. As Roberts able to get his second strikeout of the game. Betancourt steps in now with 2 on, 2 out. Grounded out to the second baseman. First pitch he saw. Betancourt came into today's game batting .304 with 7 hits, 5 RBIs. Couple of doubles, and they pitch him to the outside. Good job by Taylor just framing that pitch, giving the umpire an opportunity to look at it. Still called a ball, though. Betancourt, the big lefty first baseman for Mingus. Roberts out of the stretch, delivers. Big swing and a miss. Pops away from the catcher. Cat-like is Taylor as he jumps on it. That right there is a huge play, just keeping that ball out in front of you, not allowing the Mingus Marauders to advance and get 2 in scoring position. Bradshaw Bears playing deep against Betancourt, and that one stays high. He lays off. 2-1 the count. And Robert steps off. Bradshaw softball, bottom of the 4th, has taken a commanding lead against Mingus, who had jumped up to number 2 in the rankings. And the runner takes off for third. The ball is down in the dirt. A double steal as Matthew steals that base, and then trailing right behind him, down to second goes Justin Tanner. So a double steal out there for the Mingus Marauders. All the work was done by Matthew, I'll tell you that. JT just strolled down to second when the ball was thrown down to third. So Mingus ends up with 2 in scoring position. I was telling you about softball. Bradshaw, the Lady Bears, on top of Mingus 6-0, bottom of the 4th. An error might have helped the Bears with that one, and that one's going to be curving inside. Oh, a 3-1 count on Betancourt. Betancourt comes in with an on-base percentage of .400, slugging percentage of .391, leads the team in OPS with .791. Actually tied for first. And down to first goes Betancourt. As ball 4, I'm not sure I missed that one, but I did. So ball 4, the walk to Betancourt. Loads the bases now for Cameron Maychek. Pitcher with a single down the right field line. First time up. Got stranded at second in the second. And steps in and steps out. Takes time out. Maychek able to corral his 4th hit of the season back in the second. And he'll hit that one to the shortstop, who's going to throw across to the diamond to first for the out. Good play out there by Platt over to Hillig to retire the side. So the score remains 4-0. Bases remained loaded, and Mingus unable to get one across. We'll go to the top of the 4th, coming back after this.
All Price Insurance on Main Street in Cottonwood is your local insurance provider for personal and commercial insurance. Call and compare 23 insurance companies for home, health, auto, RV, motorcycle, boat, or ATV. Specialty insurance and insurance bonds are no problem at All Price Insurance. Call or visit All Price Insurance today.
People often refer to Larry Green Chevrolet as the people place. Keeping that reputation is a priority in the community and with every customer that comes through the door. Larry Green Chevrolet, we're better and we'll prove it. If you're in the market for a new or pre-owned car, truck, van, or SUV, you'll find our selection extensive and the sales team professional and courteous. Visit Larry Green Chevrolet just off Highway 260 next to Walmart or LarryGreenChevrolet.com.
Back here at Mingus Union High School, the score 4-0. The Bradshaw Bears on top. And they're going to start off with Platt, number 3, the shortstop, then the catcher, Taylor, and then the pitcher, Roberts. 1, 2, and 3. Actually, 2, 3, and 4 in the batting order. Bradshaw Mound comes in 4-5 on the season. 2-win streak here as they were able to beat Washington 12-0 on the 22nd, and then on the 26th on Tuesday beat the Mingus Marauders by a score of 6-2. Lead here in the top of the 4th by a score of 4-0. April 2nd and 4th, they'll exchange locations and play Grand Canyon Region foe Mojave, the Thunderbirds, and then it's on to Grand Canyon Region leading Prescott, the Badgers. There's a swing and a miss for strike 1. At Coconino on April 13th. April 15th, they'll be at Yunker to take on the Rough Riders. They'll host the Desert Edge Scorpions on the 18th and finish up the season on the 20th at home versus Coconino. And strike 2. Good job by Machado to bring that one in over the corner. So an 0-2 count on Jacob Platt, the shortstop. He singled and got stranded at second in the first on an error in the second. And an 0-2 count, and that's going to be strike 3. Caught the outside corner for the strikeout. So Maychek now has a strikeout in every inning so far. He got 2 in the first, 1 in the second, and 2 in the third. He'll start off the 4th inning with the strikeout of Platt, and that'll bring up the catcher, Dylan Taylor. Taylor has struck out twice so far in this game. That one stays inside and low. Struck out on a full count in the first. Struck out on a 1-2 count in the second. Up here in the 4th, and he'll tap that one foul. 1-1 the count now. There's a pitch. That one's outside. That'll go to the backstop. Nobody on. No harm, no foul there. Taylor had a double in their last meeting. It was one for 3 in the game. And an extra base hit. And that'll make it a 3-1 count. So he's worked the count in his favor now. Six hits in the game for Bradshaw so far. Had 2 hit batsmen, and that's going to be a ground ball to the third baseman. Gonzalez across the diamond. Good scoop out there by Badencourt. As a great stretch, and that's going to be a ground out. 5-3. Elian Gonzalez. Or pardon me, Elian Martinez. Pardon me. Holy cow, he's gonna hurt me. Football player for Mingus. Able to get in front of that one. Good strong throw across the diamond, and Roberts is up now. Roberts singled in the first. He's 1 for 2. Grounded out to Matthew in the third. Looks at ball 1. 4-0 lead. No one on, 2 out. Here in the top of the 4th for the Bradshaw Bears. Mingus has been able to put together a threat and hasn't been able to score in this one. Ground ball, high chopper. Matthew has to back up. Long throw, deep. Good scoop once again. Badencourt putting on a first baseman's clinic out there to end the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left in the top of the 4th for the Bradshaw Bears. Mingus coming up after this.
Hi, Jerry Butterbrodt. Century 21 Sexton Realty has been an important part of the Verde Valley since 1954, helping people to buy or sell property with services like teamwork and integrity. Verde Valley has grown, and so has Century 21, with offices in Cottonwood and Sedona. Century 21 is always looking to hire those exceptional agents that are smarter, bolder, and faster. Call Cottonwood 634-5544. Call Sedona 282-1490.
I'm Chris.
And I'm Tandy, owners of Taylor Waste.
We're the last local garbage company homegrown in the Verde Valley.
And we want to be your first choice for residential and small business garbage service.
Get a free month service when you make the switch to Taylor Waste. Visit TaylorWaste.com for more information.
Or to start service, call Taylor Waste at 649-2662.
Taylor Waste, service tailored to your needs.
Runners total, and had the bases loaded to end the third inning, unable to score out there. Mingus is going to send out the right fielder, Hoke, who's only seen one pitch. Popped out to the second baseman back in the second inning. It's going to be Hoke Machado, who's got a single already. Martinez, the third baseman, and then Jan Alvarez, if anybody gets on, the second baseman will be batting fourth here in the bottom of the fourth. First pitch to Hoke is low. Didn't get an opportunity to tell you much about Trevor and what he's doing. He'll foul that one off. Hoke's batting .280 on the season. He's got 7 hits, 25 at-bats, 3 runs, a couple of RBIs on the season. Sometimes you'll see him behind the plate. Ooh, that one's inside, spins him around. 2-1 the count. And Mom's really aggressive out there with the wear it. And there's the pitch. That one's going to be in the dirt. Ball 3. Trevor's thinking this one would be much less painful if I just walk. Yeah. 3-1 the count. Roberts on the mound. Roberts got 2 strikeouts, pardon me, and he'll give up his 4th walk of the game. That one to lead off the bottom of the 4th for the Mingus Marauders. Machado's going to step in. He lined a single to center field just to the right of second base out there. His first time up. First pitch he saw nonetheless. Mingus starts the 4th inning. 1 on, nobody out. Trevor takes his lead. Held on by Hillig. There's the pitch. Line drive up the middle. That's going to get through. And back-to-back first pitch singles out there by Machado. And Machado's starting to put it together here. Coming into the game, Machado only had 4 hits on the season, batting .167. He's increased that by 50% just in the first 4 innings of this one. Back-to-back singles, and Mingus has a threat. 2 on, nobody out. Martinez steps in. And that one's going to be a strike. High strike, but a strike nonetheless. Martinez. Little looping line drive that ended up in a double play. Hit that one behind the runner at first back in the second inning. The runner broke for second. First baseman was playing behind him. Caught the looping line drive, able to tag first for the double play. And he'll loop that one right center. It's going to come down around the second baseman. And Hoke had wandered off second base. I don't think he saw where that one was hit, or either that or it was a hit run. But the pop out to the second baseman ends up in a double play now, as they'll catch Hoke off a second. So it'll double play will go 4-6, and Hoke is erased from the base path. That's going to leave Machado on first with Alvarez coming up. He flied out to the left fielder his first time up. Shallow left field. Outfield playing relatively deep. And that one stays outside, ball one. Abby Kwiatkowski on the third base camera out there for Verde Valley TV. John Stabe out in center with those great shots. Coming in, you see the full pitch. That one's fouled out of play. And of course, we got the camera right behind the plate. 3 cameras set up here for you as Mingus is trailing bottom of the fourth, 2 out, 1 on. Martinez, double play, victim twice. Neither one of them really totally his fault. 2-1 the count. And I got to agree with that one. Good block by Taylor, keeping Machado at first base. So the inning started with a walk to Hoke. First pitch single by Machado sent him to second. Then Martinez with the pop out to the second baseman. That one strike, catches the inside part of the plate to the lefty. 2-2 the count. And Hoke had broke for third. So the second baseman out there, Grant threw to Platt to double him up at second. Second double play of the game, both of them against Martinez. 2-2 count to Alvarez, and a swinging strike 3 to end the fourth inning for the Mingus Marauders. So 4 up, 3 down, 2-1 left on base. Mingus trailing Bradshaw 4-0. Top of the fifth coming up after this.
The Suzy Q Market is the most convenient stop for road trips with 1,500 beverage selections and plenty of snacks. And save on Conoco fuel with your Kickback Rewards card. The Suzy Q drive-thru window is the most convenient way to stop for those essentials on the way home.
Road trips start here with something for everyone.
At Suzy Q.
Shop local first, always.
Go Marauders!
Your first set of wheels didn't come with complications, or strings, or hassles. It can be that way again. There's a simpler way to buy tires. At Tire Pros.
We're hassle-free, guaranteed.
Back here for the top of the fifth, the Mingus Marauders, they've got some work to do, trailing 4-0. In the meantime, Bradshaw Bears will be coming up to the top of the fifth. It's going to be Prentice, the left fielder. He's 0 for 2 in the game. It's going to be the DH Holloway, he is 0 for 1, got hit by a pitch and scored back in the third. And Hillig, who is 2 for 2 to start off the fifth inning for the Bradshaw Bears. Hey, I want to thank our friends at Jones Ford for helping us out, sponsoring Verde Valley baseball and softball. And Jones Ford has been taking care of Arizonans since 1970. Hey, their 48-year tradition of treating customers like neighbors. It's easy to see in every visit, every service, even every cup of coffee. See the Jones Ford difference between Cottonwood and Camp Verde on Route 260. Maycheck back out on the mound for the Mingus Marauders. Prentice starts off with ball 1 high and outside. Back in the first inning. Flied out to Taylor in left field. Struck out in the third. And here in the fifth, he'll, swing foul ball there. Make it 1-1 way out in front of that one. Had to stop, think about that one, get a soda, little Gatorade, and then finish the swing. 1-1 the count. Maycheck out of the windup. And that one is low, ball 2. Bears had 2 on, had a threat in the first, unable to score. Put 3 across in the second on 3 hits, an error. And that one is low, 3-1. Then in the fourth, 2 quick outs, then a hit batsman, single, couple of walks, and able to get him around for their 4th run of the game. 3 up, 3 down in the 4th for the Bradshaw Bears, and that foul ball will even the count. Full count, 3-2. Mingus Marauders have had base runners for sure. Haven't been able to get anybody across. Popped up, infield. Matthew's got a beat on it at shortstop, and he'll glove it for the first out. That'll bring up Holloway. He's 0 for 1. However, scored in the third after he got hit by a pitch. Mingus Marauders have had 2 on in the first. Couldn't get anything done with it. 2 on in the second. Unable to score. 2 on in, had the bases loaded in the third. Check swing, didn't go. Ball 1. And 2 on in the fourth, and unable to find home plate here today. 1-0 pitch is big swing, foul tipped, 1-1. Throw back to the pitcher will be retrieved by Tanner out there in center. Umpire reminds everybody the count's 1-1. Holloway batting for the right fielder, Aaron Gordon. That one stays inside, 2-1. Hillig's on deck. He's 2 for 2 in the game. He scored a run in the second. Massis is in the hole. An RBI double in the second and walked in the third. And that one's going to be tapped foul. Third base line, 2-2 the count now. Mingus trailing 4-0 here in the 5th inning. Only one senior on the squad, and that's going to be Chase Torp for the Bradshaw Bears. Strike 3, caught the inside corner. Good pitch out there by Maycheck. He now has a strikeout in every inning so far this game. 2 in the first, 1 in the second, 2 in the third, 1 in the fourth, and 1 so far in the 5th. So ended up with 3 up, 3 down in the 4th, trying to do the same here in the 5th. Hasn't been able to keep Hillig off the bases, though. High strike 1. Here's the pitch by Maycheck, and that's going to be a fly ball. Left center field, and Taylor gets his wheels underneath them. Able to get that one. That one was actually starting to curve back toward left field. Good job reading the ball out there by the senior from Mingus Union High School. So 3 up, 3 down in the top of the 5th for the Bradshaw Bears. Mingus coming up in the bottom of the 5th. Got some work to do, trailing by 4. We're back after this.
At Camp Verde Ace Hardware, you'll find their employees are friendly and very helpful. It's a family-owned hardware store, and they'll treat you like a member of the family. At Camp Verde Ace Hardware, they stock household tools and all kinds of supplies. You can take advantage of their rental department. From the moment you walk in the door till the time you leave, you'll know why Camp Verde Ace Hardware is the home of legendary customer service. Pay them a visit on Main Street in Camp Verde.
Lawler Construction is the exclusive builder at Mesquite Hills Subdivision in Cottonwood, a premier local builder of custom residential and commercial projects for 33 years. Lawler Construction uses green construction methods, building efficiency into every custom design. Lawler Construction is a certified Energy Star builder. For examples, visit LawlerConstructionAZ.com. Thank you for your business, confidence, and continued referrals. Lawler Construction, a proud supporter of baseball and softball at all levels.
Well, what does wind do? I'll tell you what. The wind certainly brings that ball right back at you if you're the left fielder. That ball was heading toward the gap and then just pretty much took a left turn with the wind back toward Chaz Taylor. Read it well for the 3rd out of the top of the 5th. For the Mingus Marauders here in the 5th, it's going to be shortstop Matthew, JT the center fielder, and then Chaz Taylor the left fielder to lead off the top of the 5th. Trailing 4-0. Mingus needs to get right back in this one as quickly as possible, and that one's going to be a pop fly. The third baseman has to back up on it, and the wind took it away from Torp. He was under it and then backpedaled quickly, and it falls harmlessly foul for a really high and loud strike. Matthew has walked twice in the game, has a stolen base, and now an 0-1 count as he gets a second life out there. And that one's going to be called high. 1-1 the count. Thank our friends at Arizona Smile Designers for sponsoring Verde Valley Baseball and softball. That one is high, ball 2. 2-1 the count. Smile big, smile bright, and have the smile you want for summertime. Whitenings, hey, how about graduations? That's coming up soon. Talk to Arizona Smile Designers about whitening your teeth for the perfect smile. And that one stays inside, 3-1 count. Matthew looking to walk possibly for the 3rd time in this game. Procedures at Arizona Smile Designers are more efficient than over-the-counter options and take an average of 7 to 10 days. It's quick and easy. Now you can get started at your next cleaning at Arizona Smile Designers. That one's fouled off to making a full count out there. Arizona Smile Designers, of course, on Willard in Cottonwood, or you can get more information on whitening at azsmiledesigners.com. Full count, leadoff batter here in the 5th, and a swing and a miss. And that'll be a strikeout to start the top of the 5th. 3rd strikeout in the game for Roberts. Justin Tanner will step in. Got on an error, reached on an error back in the 1st, and then singled and stole a base in the 3rd inning. So he's 1 for 2 in today's competition. Roberts going full windup. And takes strike 1. Looking at the Grand Canyon region, Prescott leads the Grand Canyon region. They are 4-0, 6-2 overall, ranked 12th in 4A baseball. Lee Williams is ranked 7th. However, they are 2nd, and that one gets part of JT. So hit by pitch. Puts a base runner on for the Mingus Marauders, and Chaz Taylor steps in. Chaz has had trouble with that curveball here today. He has struck out twice in the 1st and the 3rd. So Lee Williams only has 4 games to count so far, but they won all of them, 3 of them in the region so far. That's why they're second in the region, but ranked 7th and higher than Prescott in the rankings. And that one goes through the legs and then bounces away from the catcher. Thought for sure that Tanner was taken off for second. And looks like we're going to get a pitching change here. So the hit by pitch, and then the pitch through the legs of Chaz Taylor. And it looks like coach is going to be calling in Aaron Gordon to come in and off the field, and we're going to make all sorts of changes. We're going to catch up with you as we're looking at a new pitcher out here for the Bradshaw Bears. When we return, Chaz Taylor's up, 1 out, 1 on, and a 1-0 count. We'll return after this.
At Camp Verde Ace Hardware, you'll find their employees are friendly and very helpful. It's a family-owned hardware store, and they'll treat you like a member of the family. At Camp Verde Ace Hardware, they stock household tools and all kinds of supplies. You can take advantage of their rental department. From the moment you walk in the door till the time you leave, you'll know why Camp Verde Ace Hardware is the home of legendary customer service. Pay them a visit on Main Street in Camp Verde.
Lawler Construction is the exclusive builder at Mesquite Hills Subdivision in Cottonwood, a premier local builder of custom residential and commercial projects for 33 years. Lawler Construction uses green construction methods, building efficiency into every custom design. Lawler Construction is a certified Energy Star builder. For examples, visit LawlerConstructionAZ.com. Thank you for your business, confidence, and continued referrals. Lawler Construction, a proud supporter of baseball and softball at all levels.
Well, we'll introduce you to the new pitcher. It's going to be the second baseman. Josh Grant, the sophomore, steps in to take over on the mound for the visiting Bradshaw Bears. Sophomore has an ERA of an even 5, 6 appearances on the season. He's pitched 7 innings, given up 7 hits, 6 runs, 5 of them earned. He's even on strikeouts and walks at 8 apiece. Teams are batting an even .250 against him with an on-base percentage of .417. They've stolen 2 bases against him. And the righty looks to have quite a curveball, too. A little bit of a slurve. So we'll recap the inning here for you. Matthew ran the count full, struck out. Tanner with a 0-1 count got hit by a pitch. Next pitch to Chaz Taylor, the next batter, the left fielder. Kind of skipped between his legs. And we end up with a new pitcher out there for the Bradshaw Bears. That one's in the dirt, so it's going to be 2-0. Looks like Roberts, I believe, went to second base. And that one's going to be low for ball 3. So Grant inherited a 1-0 count. Followed it up with 2 in the dirt himself. Wind still kicking up here. Mingus trailing 4-0 here in the bottom of the 5th. Starting to run a little short of time. And that one's going to be ball 4. So the walk to Chaz Taylor puts him on for his first time in the game. Tanner's going to move over to second base, so 2 on, 1 out. Batencourt comes in. Grounded out to the second baseman in the first inning and walked. Got stranded there at first base in the 3rd. Batencourt leads the Mingus Marauders in RBIs this year. So he faces Grant for the first time, and that one is outside. Mingus trying to put together a rally here against Bradshaw. They've had plenty of base runners, and the ball slips away from the catcher. The throw down to third is late, and a double steal out there. Catcher did a great job of keeping it in front of him, picked it up, and however, Justin Tanner just very fast getting down to third. A head first slide puts him ahead of the throw. So 2 in scoring position, and that takes away the double play threat here with 1 out in the 5th inning. 2-0 count now on the Mingus Marauder first baseman. There's the pitch, line drive, center field. That should score too. Gets all the way out to the center fielder. Badencourt drives in 2 with a single. 2 RBIs for the young man as he extends his lead or team leading total for the Mingus Marauders. Clutch hit for Mingus. Coming around to score, Justin Tanner with the first run of the game, and Mingus able to cut the lead in half. Chaz Taylor, it's going to be hard to throw him out. Speedster gets around third, scores, walks and scores in this inning, so 1 on and now 1 out. 2 RBI single by Batencourt. Cameron May checks up. He singled down the first baseline in the second, grounded out to the shortstop back in the third. Now trying to help his cause out there, and that one is in the dirt. 1-1 the count, 1 on, 1 out, 2 in for the Mingus Marauders here in the 5th, making a run at it as they cut the lead in half. And that one stays high. 2-1 the count now. Maychek earlier in the game able to pick up his 4th hit of the season. Facing the relief pitcher Grant, gets that one to find the strike zone. 2-2 the count. Batencourt on first. He's got 3 steals on the season. Taylor's got a pretty good arm though behind the plate. Maychek steps out with timeout. Trying to keep the rally going here for the Marauders. The 5-place hitter. Here's the pitch, and that's going to be low, close, but low. Full count now. Inning started off with the top of the order as Matthew struck out. Tanner got hit by a pitch. By the way, every hit batsman in this game has scored. And that one's outside. That's going to be a walk. That'll send Batencourt down to second, put him in scoring position as Hoke will come up. So Matthew struck out. Tanner got hit by a pitch. Taylor walked and sent Tanner to second. Then a double steal. As Tanner swiped third, the throw went down to third. He beat the throw, and Taylor followed him down to second. Then a 2 RBI double by Batencourt. And now a walk by Maychek. Puts 2 on, 1 out, and we'll have a pitching change coming up here. Looks like it's going to be the shortstop out there. We'll tell you more about him when we return to Mingus Union High School, coming up after this.
All Price Insurance on Main Street in Cottonwood is your local insurance provider for personal and commercial insurance. Call and compare 23 insurance companies for home, health, auto, RV, motorcycle, boat, or ATV. Specialty insurance and insurance bonds are no problem at All Price Insurance. Call or visit All Price Insurance today.
People often refer to Larry Green Chevrolet as the people place. Keeping that reputation is a priority in the community and with every customer that comes through the door. Larry Green Chevrolet, we're better and we'll prove it. If you're in the market for a new or pre-owned car, truck, van, or SUV, you'll find our selection extensive and the sales team professional and courteous. Visit Larry Green Chevrolet just off Highway 260 next to Walmart or LarryGreenChevrolet.com.
Well, Platt's going to be the replacement pitcher out here. The shortstop moves over, and he's got a little sidearm action to him as Trevor Hoke is going to step in for the Mingus Marauders. 2 in, 2 on, 1 out. Trevor Hoke up for the Mingus Marauders and looks at strike 1. Side armor indeed. Platt's been in 3 games, 3 appearances on the season, no ERA. 1 inning pitch, 1 hit, gave up 1 run. Not an earned run, as that's ball 1. Gave up 1 walk and 1 strikeout. He's faced 4 batters, giving up 1 hit. 1-1 the count on the right fielder for Mingus, and he'll foul that one back. It stays in play. 1-2 the count. 2 in, 2 on. Hoke steps up. Popped out to the second baseman in the second. And then walked back in the fourth. Got doubled up on a little pop fly double play in the fourth. And that one is going to be skied to the left. It'll get out of play. Wind helps it get out. Takes a big bounce. Sid hits concrete out there. Count remains 2-1. 1 out now for the Mingus Marauders. Platt in relief, third pitcher of the game for the Bradshaw Mountain Bears, and that one's outside. Catcher stays in front of it, but is unable to locate it, and that's going to move both runners down for the Mingus Marauders. Betancourt goes down to third, wisely seeing that the catcher did not see where the ball was, and Maychek scampers to second. So 2 in scoring position, and Mingus now trailing 4-2 as the tying run at second. 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th. Timeout called. Hoke steps out. Josh Grant came in relief of Jacob Roberts. Walked Taylor. Ooh, that was dangerously close, but that's called ball 2. Ball 3, pardon me, full count. Full count now, 1 out. First base is open, so the walk doesn't necessarily hurt. And that one stays outside, and there's the walk. Second walk for Trevor Hoke in this game. So bases loaded now. Joe Machado up. Catcher Taylor walks out to talk to his third pitcher, Platt. As I was talking about it, Josh Grant came in, walked Taylor, gave up a 2 RBI single to Betancourt. Then a walk to Maychuk. Trevor Hoke walked, and ball 1 now to Machado. Machado, pair of singles. It's been wearing out center field out here today. Stands up there with 3 Marauders on the base paths. And we'll get outside called for that one. 2-0 the count. Nowhere to put Machado. Got a pitch to him. Mingus has had activity on the bases all day long, hasn't been able to score. They haven't been able to score until the 5th here. That one gets away from the catcher, and they're not going to send Betancourt. Taylor got a good piece of it, so it only wandered about 10 or 12 feet behind him. However, that brings up a 3-0 count. Coach Casada wisely telling Betancourt, stay on third, especially no chance or no sense in risking a play at the plate when Platt has had a little trouble finding the strike zone. And that is going to be ball 4. That's going to walk in a run. Betancourt with the 2 RBI single earlier comes across the plate to score the 3rd run for the Mingus Marauders. Trotting down to third is Maychek. Hoke goes and takes up space at second. And a 4-pitch walk out there to Machado. So base is still loaded. Martinez steps up. Third baseman looks at strike 1. As Platt finds the strike zone. He's been a double play candidate twice in this one. That one's outside. First inning, a little looping line drive to the first baseman who was playing behind the runner. Caught the man from first wandering off of first, and then there's ball 2. Pop fly to the second baseman. And another Marauder wandered off of second base at that point. So the throw over to the shortstop doubled up the runner there. Martinez hacks at that one. Strike 2, 2-2 the count now. Jan Alvarez, the second baseman, on deck for the Mingus Marauders. 4-3, Mingus has scored 3 here in the 5th, making it close. Platt, the third pitcher, and that's going to be outside. Martinez stepped into that. Watching that one all the way around. Side armor has a little slurve to him. Ball moves away from the right-handed batter. Payoff pitch is outside. And that's going to be a walk to Martinez. He gets on base and walks in the tying run as Maychek, the pitcher for the Mingus Marauder, comes over to score. Bases are still loaded once again. Hoke on third now, Machado on second. Martinez on first, and Alvarez steps in. Flied out to the left fielder. Back in the third, struck out in the 4th to end the 4th. And strike 1 catches the inside part of the plate. Mingus says tied it up here in the 5th, scoring 4. Tanner, Taylor, Betancourt, and Maychek have all come across as that's ball 1. It's been a hit by pitch. Actually started with a strikeout. Matthew struck out, who is actually on deck now. 9th batter of the inning for the Mingus Marauders, and that one's fouled off for strike 2. 1-2 the count now. Tanner got hit by a pitch and scored. Taylor walked and scored. Betancourt had a 2 RBI single and scored. Maychek walked and scored. Hoke walked, Machado walked, Martinez walked. 4 walks in a row for the Mingus Marauders. Line drive to the first baseman. And he catches the line drive and steps on first for the double play. And the Bradshaw Bears get out of the inning by a phenomenal play out there by Hillig. And that was hit like a bullet by Alvarez. Mingus ties it up, sends 9 to the plate, and unable to take the lead will come up for the top of the 6th after this.
Hi, Jerry Butterbroat. Century 21 Sexton Realty has been an important part of the Verde Valley since 1954, helping people to buy or sell property with services like teamwork and integrity. Verde Valley has grown, and so has Century 21, with offices in Cottonwood and Sedona. Century 21 is always looking to hire those exceptional agents that are smarter, bolder, and faster. Call Cottonwood 634-5544. Call Sedona 282-1490.
I'm Chris.
And I'm Tandy, owners of Taylor Waste.
We're the last local garbage company homegrown in the Verde Valley.
And we want to be your first choice for residential and small business garbage service.
Get a free month service when you make the switch to Taylor Waste. Visit TaylorWaste.com for more information.
Or to start service, call Taylor Waste at 649-2662.
Taylor Waste, service tailored to your needs.
Well, Machado finally gets out there. He had to go get the catching gear on. He was out at second base when the inning ended with the line drive double play. The third double play of the Bradshaw Bears for the Bradshaw Bears in this one. And we'll have to take a look and watch for some of the potential lineup changes out here for the Bears. It looks like in order, Massis is going to lead off, the number 9 hitter, the center fielder. He had an RBI double back in the second, got thrown out at third trying to extend it to a triple. And that first pitch by Maychek stays outside for ball 1. Walked and got stranded in the second, or pardon me, in the third. Bradshaw ended that inning with the bases loaded. And that one doesn't come back across the plate, does not. 2-0 the count. 4-4 the tie. Here in the top of the 6th, Mingus scored all 4 of theirs in the 5th. Bradshaw had 3 in the second, 1 in the third. And there's the strike. 2-1 the count. Chase Torp is on deck, the third baseman. Got hit by a pitch and scored in the second, walked in the third. Maychek out of the windup. And line drive back up the middle. Diving stop by Matthew, keeps it in the infield, but cannot keep it in the glove. What an effort by the Mingus Marauder senior out there. Phenomenal dive. Got the glove on the ball, but that was a hot shot by Massis. That'll be an infield single for sure. So Bradshaw leads off the top of the 6th with a base runner. And Torp comes up. He's for 0 for 0, although he's been on base twice. And they show bunt, throw behind the runner. Good idea, through to the foul side of first base, and Betancourt couldn't keep it in the glove. But the throw behind the runner, the bunt attempt out there goes for strike 1. Maychek has been perfect the last 2 innings. 3 up, 3 down, bunted in the air, and it's going to go foul. Maychek had a beat on it, but it didn't stay in the air long enough. Chado couldn't get to it. And I think the umpire said that it's 1-1. There we go. I thought that Torp had actually pulled back and didn't make an effort at that first bunt attempt. Massis on first to lead off the inning. 1 on, nobody out. There's a bunt attempt. That's going to be a good one. Maychek underhands to Betancourt. And the sacrifice works. Goes 1-3, and on to second goes Massis. So a bear in scoring position for Bradshaw as they come to the top of the order. Josh Grant steps in. Struck out in the first. And an RBI single in the second. Also a stolen base, struck out in the third. And looks at strike 1. Massis on second. 1 on, 1 out. And that one will be outside. One the count on Grant, the second baseman, who also face 3 batters pitching here today, and that's going to be fouled off hard right at the on-deck circle. I'm glad that one was a little high. Went low after that one, got it off the end of the bat. 1-2 the count. Maycheck's ahead of him. Shadows starting to encroach upon the field here at Mingus Union High School in the top of the 6th, 4-4 tie. And a hack at a high strike. And Maycheck gets the strikeout. He's had a strikeout in every inning so far. How about that? His eighth strikeout of the game. So now 2 out. Massis for the Bears still at second base. He led off the inning with a single. Got sacrificed over by Torp. Grant with the strikeout. Platt, the starting shortstop, the pitcher to end the 5th inning for Bradshaw at least, steps in and then steps back out with timeout. First inning had a single, got stranded at second, reached on an error in the 2nd, struck out in the 4th. And ball 1. Important for both squads here. Mingus trying to keep that runner from second, not going anywhere. And Maycheck delivers. Fly ball, center field. Justin Tanner's got a beat on it. And the fly out to center field ends the threat for the Bears. 4-4 your score. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, nobody left. Mingus coming up in the bottom of the 6th, trying to break the tie. We're back after this.
The Suzy Q Market is the most convenient stop for road trips with 1,500 beverage selections and plenty of snacks. And save on Conoco fuel with your Kickback Rewards card. The Suzy Q drive-thru window is the most convenient way to stop for those essentials on the way home.
Road trips start here with something for everyone.
At Suzy Q.
Shop local first, always.
Go for others.
The earth beneath my feet is turning like a wheel.
Your first set of wheels didn't come with complications, or strings, or hassles. It can be that way again. There's a simpler way to buy tires. At Tire Pros.
We're hassle-free, guaranteed.
Well, Platt comes back out to start the bottom of the 6th for the Bradshaw Bears. Got out of a bases-loaded jam as Alvarez lined to the first baseman. And the first baseman, Hillig, able to double up the runner on first. We want to thank our friends at Gordon and Gordon Law, attorneys at law, for sponsoring youth baseball, Verde Valley baseball and softball. Most common reasons for bankruptcy are unforeseen circumstances. Pitch number 1 gets away from the catcher, stays inside for ball 1. Gordon and Gordon, attorneys at law, understands you need to look at all the alternatives. For a free, non-judgmental consultation, call 649-8609 or visit GordonLawAZ.com. And that one will catch the outside corner for strike 1. 1-1 the count on the leadoff hitter, Matthew. Matthew's walked twice, stolen a base. Got picked off the base paths in the first and grounds that one foul for strike 2. Struck out in the 5th. Leading off for the Marauders here in the 6th. And that one is strike 3. Late call by the umpire. Catches the inside part of the plate, and Platt starts off with a strikeout. That's going to bring up Justin Tanner, the center fielder. Reached on an error in the first. singled and stole a base and got stranded at second in the third, hit by a pitch, and then started the 4-run scoring barrage by the Mingus Marauders in the fifth. And Platt starting to zero in on that strike zone. Starts off with strike one. And that one's low. 1-1 the count on the Mingus Marauder center fielder. April 4th will take Verde Valley TV on the road, so to speak. There's the line drive towards the shortstop and by him into left center field. Gets by the left fielder, and on his horse is Justin Tanner, rounding second, going for third. Strong throw in, not in time. So Justin Tanner ends up on third base with one out for the Mingus Marauders here in the bottom of the sixth. The young man got on his horse and was flying. That's going to bring up Chaz Taylor. Taylor's 0 for 2 in the game, 2 strikeouts, but walked, scored, and stole a base back in the fifth. Stands up there with the infield in and fouls that one off for strike one. Huge RBI possibility out there for the Mingus Marauders. Chaz Taylor's got 3 RBIs on the season. This would be a huge one. Chops it to the third baseman. Looks at man back. Throws it high across the diamond for the out. Very well played out there by Torp. High chopper down the third baseline with the infield in. Looked back JT, back to third. And the ground out 5-3 is the second out of the inning. Angel Batencourt will step in. Grounded out to the second baseman in the first. Walked in the third. Singled and scored at a 2 RBI single. Back in the fifth. With runners at second and third. Now he's got a runner at third. Ming is trying to get a little base hit to take their first lead in the game, all tied up 4-4 here in the sixth. And Batencourt is actually, we've got a pinch runner on first. And, all right, so they walked Batencourt intentionally. And he is going to just go on uncontested down to second base. They walked Batencourt, didn't want to have anything to do with him to face Maychek. He is 1 for 1 and chops that one foul. 4-pitch walk while I was looking down at the papers. How about that? Automatic walk. You get to put up the 4 fingers and just put them on base. So 1-1 count on Maychek, trying to help his own cause here. Give himself a lead. He walked and scored in the fifth. And pops that one up towards the shortstop. Mingus is on the move, of course, and he'll put the glove around it to end the threat. So Mingus had 2 on and unable to score here in the bottom of the sixth. We go to the 7th inning, all knotted up at 4. We'll return to Mingus Union High School after this.
At Camp Verde Ace Hardware, you'll find their employees are friendly and very helpful. It's a family-owned hardware store, and they'll treat you like a member of the family. At Camp Verde Ace Hardware, they stock household tools and all kinds of supplies. You can take advantage of their rental department. From the moment you walk in the door till the time you leave, you'll know why Camp Verde Ace Hardware is the home of legendary customer service. Pay them a visit on Main Street in Camp Verde.
Lawler Construction is the exclusive builder at Mesquite Hills Subdivision in Cottonwood, a premier local builder of custom residential and commercial projects for 33 years. Lawler Construction uses green construction methods, building efficiency into every custom design. Lawler Construction is a certified Energy Star builder. For examples, visit LawlerConstructionAZ.com. Thank you for your business, confidence, and continued referrals. Lawler Construction, a proud supporter of baseball and softball at all levels.
Well, Cameron Maychek is done from the mound out here today, put in a phenomenal game, held the Bradshaw Bears and several threats to a 4-4 tie here. Chaz Taylor, number 19, is going to go out there and take the mound for the Mingus Marauders, so the senior's going to get an opportunity to get some innings in. Taking a look at what he has done. Taylor has an ERA of 9.69 in 4 appearances on the year. He's pitched 4 1/3 innings, given up 7 hits, 8 runs, 6 of them earned, 4 walks to go with 3 strikeouts. And he will step out there for an opportunity for a potential win, if you will, since we are all tied up. Maychek will go over to second base. Alvarez will head out to left field. And Taylor will deliver strike 1. So Taylor's on the mound now. Maychek's at second. Alvarez goes to left field, and a swinging strike 2 on the leadoff hitter, catcher Dylan Taylor. He's 0 for 3 in the game so far, 2 strikeouts and a ground out, and the curveball stays high, ball 1. Both these squads are 1-4 in the Grand Canyon region so far in 2019. Taylor delivers, pop fly. Maychek's over, he's calling for it, and he'll squeeze it for out number 1. Jacob Roberts comes in. 1 out, nobody on. He started as the pitcher out here today. 1 for 3, singled in the first. Pair of ground outs to the shortstop here in the latter innings, and that one's low. Ball 1. As I was starting to say, both these squads 1-4 in Grand Canyon region play. Here's the pitch. There's a strike. 1-1 the count. Winner of this one will move ahead of the other in the Grand Canyon region standings, and the fastball is in the dirt. 2-1. Prescott leads the Grand Canyon region, followed by Lee Williams and the Flagstaff Eagles. Mojave Bradshaw currently with the head-to-head tiebreaker against Mingus from last night. That one is straight up and will hit the fence on the backside, relatively close to us, and then bounce behind the tree behind us. 2-2 the count. Thought I had a chance at that one. Just a little to my left. Yeah. Between me and the spectators out here. 2-2 count. Taylor out of the windup. There's the pitch, and that one stays high, close but high. Full count now on the cleanup hitter. One out, nobody on here in the top of the 7th for Bradshaw. That one is high, and that'll be a walk. So now 1 out, 1 on. As Prentice, the left fielder, comes up. Mingus looking for a double play opportunity. They don't have a double play in this one. Bradshaw has 3. Prentice is 0 for 3 in the game with a strikeout in the 3rd. Fly out to left field and a pop out to the shortstop. And the fastball stays outside. 1-0 the count. Sun's starting to go down. You see the shadows starting to make their way across the field from the third base line. They'll get more pronounced in just a little bit. Prentice thought about it, held up, took it low for ball 2. I seem to recognize Dad's voice out there. That one looked good, stayed high. 3-0 the count. I want to thank our last local residential garbage company for sponsoring Verde Valley baseball and softball. That would be Taylor Waste. And that one's low. Pair of walks put a threat together here for the Bradshaw Bears. And Quesada's going to come out and talk to a senior out here on the mound. Pop out to the second baseman is how the 7th inning started, and then back-to-back walks. Roberts is now on second, Prentice on first. And number 10 up to bat. Aiden Garcia steps in. Garcia batting for the DH, who was batting for the right fielder Gordon. Gets his first at bat in the game. With 2 on and nobody out. Out of the stretch goes Taylor, and that's ball 1 high. Almost sounds like football calls out there as Bradshaw throws out plays or calls out plays. There's a strike. As Taylor finds the strike zone. 1-1 the count. Hillig on deck here for Bradshaw. He's been trouble. That one's low. 2-1 the count. Tied up at 4 here in the 7th inning. Mingus trying to split with Bradshaw. Bradshaw won on Tuesday by a score of 6-2. Taylor turns around, throws that one over the base. But back safely is Roberts. Taylor actually threw that one over second base before the shortstop got there. Matthew trails back to his spot as the ball 3 comes in high. Mingus scored all 4 of their runs in the bottom of the 5th inning. Bradshaw put 3 up on this in the 2nd. And that one's called ball 4. That'll load the bases. Roberts to 3rd, Prentice to 2nd. And on to 1st is going to be Garcia. Hillig steps in, the first baseman. He is 2 for 3. Singled and scored in the 2nd. Singled and then got stranded with the bases loaded. He was at 3rd in the 3rd. Flied out to the left fielder, Jazz Taylor, who is now pitching in the 5th. Now one's high, ball 1. Pop out to the second baseman. Roberts, Prentice, and then now Garcia walked, an 1-0 count. And that one will stay high. 2-0 now the count, 4-4 the score, top of the 7th. Coming up in the bottom of the 7th, it's going to be Hoke, Machado, and Martinez. There's a strike. 2-1 the count. Mingus looking for a double play. Bases loaded, 1 out. The infield is back. And that one is popped left side. possible play. It's a hard play. Martinez comes down with it. Elion went out of bounds, came back in, and able to find it with the wind. And a huge pop out with the bases loaded out there to the third baseman, Martinez. Great play. That may be the play of the game so far defensively for Mingus. That was hard. That one was going to drop in play and very well could have scored a run. Ball one to the next batter, Massis. 2 out, bases loaded for the Bradshaw Bears. 1-0 count on the center fielder. He has been on base all 3 times. An RBI double in the second got thrown trying to make it into a triple. There's ball 2. Walked in the third and then singled in the 6th. 2-0 count as a throw over to Betancourt at first. Trying to sneak behind the runner.
Hey, deep breath here, Chaz. Hey, don't rush it, Chaz.
So Betancourt is close at first. Line drive, right center field. And it is caught. Ending the threat. Trevor Hoke catches that one, and Chaz Taylor dug himself a hole and then dug his way out of it. 4-4 the tie. Mingus coming up bottom of the 7th, trying to win it after this.
All Price Insurance on Main Street in Cottonwood is your local insurance provider for personal and commercial insurance. Call and compare 23 insurance companies for home, health, auto, RV, motorcycle, boat, or ATV. Specialty insurance and insurance bonds are no problem at All Price Insurance. Call or visit All Price Insurance today.
People often refer to Larry Green Chevrolet as the people place. Keeping that reputation is a priority in the community and with every customer that comes through the door. Larry Green Chevrolet, we're better and we'll prove it. If you're in the market for a new or pre-owned car, truck, van, or SUV, you'll find our selection extensive and the sales team professional and courteous. Visit Larry Green Chevrolet just off Highway 260 next to Walmart or LarryGreenChevrolet.com.
Well, Jacob Platt, the third pitcher for the Bradshaw Bears, will stay out there to start the 7th inning, and he's going to go through the bottom 4 for the Mingus Marauders. Trevor Hoke with a great catch out in right center field to end the threat in the top of the 7th will lead off for Mingus here in the bottom of the 7th. Then it's going to be the catcher Machado and third baseman Martinez scheduled to bat here in the bottom of the 7th. Anybody gets on. Alvarez, there's a foul ball off to the left-hand side. Strike 1. Trevor Hoke is 0 for 1 in the game. He popped out to the second baseman. However, he's been on base twice. He walked in the 4th and the 5th respectively. And, ooh, that one's inside. Got him. Hit by pitch. Interesting little fun fact about this matchup. Every batter that has been hit by a pitch in this game has scored. 2 for Bradshaw, 1 for Mingus. Machado comes up. He's been on base 3 times. Single in the 2nd, single in the 4th, and fouls that one back. Walked in the 5th. 0-1 count on the Mingus Marauder backstop here. Senior has doubled his output of hits just in this game. His season output of hits. Drives that one left side. Third baseman will go the short side over to the second baseman and safe at first. Can't complete the double play, but a fielder's choice now puts Machado on first. And he races Hoke from the base path. Martinez will step in. Martinez has been a double play victim twice out here. In the third, a little looping the line drive. And that one's inside. Good block out there by the catcher, Taylor. Looping line drive double play in the second, and then a pop-out double play in the fourth. Walked in the fifth, and drives that one to the shortstop. They go the short way for one across the diamond, and they get the double play. Going into extra innings, top of the eighth coming up. Mingus got it going with a hits batsman. Then a fielder's choice and a double play going 6-4-3 to end the inning. All right, the Bradshaw Bears will be coming up for the top of the eighth when we return after this.
Hi, Jerry Butterbroat. Century 21 Sexton Realty has been an important part of the Verde Valley since 1954, helping people to buy or sell property with services like teamwork and integrity. Verde Valley has grown, and so has Century 21, with offices in Cottonwood and Sedona. Century 21 is always looking to hire those exceptional agents that are smarter, bolder, and faster. Call Cottonwood 634-5544. Call Sedona 282-1490.
I'm Chris.
And I'm Tandy, owners of Taylor Waste.
We're the last local garbage company homegrown in the Verde Valley.
And we want to be your first choice for residential and small business garbage service.
Get a free month service when you make the switch to Taylor Waste. Visit TaylorWaste.com for more information.
Or to start service, call Taylor Waste at 649-2662.
Taylor Waste, service tailored to your needs.
Shadows have engulfed all of the infield grass out here at Mingus Union High School as we start extra innings. The eighth inning underway. We want to thank our friends at Jones Ford for sponsoring Verde Valley baseball and softball. Hey, at Jones Ford, you'll save with the lowest sales tax around. Located between Cottonwood and Camp Verde on Route 260. Experience the Jones Ford difference for yourself. Chaz Taylor will start the eighth inning, looking to possibly notch a win with this one. He'll face Chase Torp here in the top of the eighth. Ball one stays high. Torp has scored. He's been on base twice. Got hit by a pitch and stole a base and scored in the second, walked in the third. Sacrificed himself in the sixth, getting Massis over to second base where he got stranded in the sixth. Quite a few walks in the seventh inning, but Mingus able to get out of it, and that one's low. 2-1 now the count on the third baseman from Bradshaw. Two-oh count, strike one. Got other games coming up for you on the 4th of April. We're going to switch back over and go to softball. Big swing and a miss for strike two. Verde Valley TV is going to cover softball at Camp Verde as they host Sedona, the Scorpions. And then on the 11th, back here for Mingus softball as they host Flagstaff, and that one's fouled back harmlessly. The Eagles come to town on the 11th, and we'll have that one on Verde Valley TV, Cable 1, Channel 56, Sudlink Channel 2. And, of course, you can watch the stream live through myradioplace.com as well as verdevalleytv.com. 2-2 pitch stays high. Full count now. Then on the 20th of April, it'll be back to baseball as we'll cover the Camp Verde Cowboys as they go visit the Sedona Scorpions. Leadoff hitter here, Torp for the Bradshaw Bears. Swing and a miss, and got a piece of it. to stay alive. Do a do-over here on the full count. Tied up 4-4. We're in extras here, ladies and gentlemen, at Mingus Union High School. Line drive, left center field, and it'll be a leadoff single for Torp. So Bradshaw's got something going here in the top of the 8th. Back to the top of the order they go. Josh Grant coming up. Grant is 1 for 4 in the game. An RBI single and a stolen base in the second and 3 strikeouts. Looks to bunt, and the throw down to second base. Maycheck a little late getting over there. And it is a stolen base on the show bunt, but pull it back by Josh Grant. So Torp's on second. He's in scoring position for Bradshaw. And they show bunt once again. There's the bunt down the third baseline, foul. Bradshaw trying to win their third away game of the season. Mingus has won both of their games at home this year. Torp is second stolen base on the season. Grant in there with a 1-1 count, shows bunt, does bunt, gets it down, the flip over to Maycheck, and now they've got the man in the rundown. They throw to third, and they got him at third. A double play for the Mingus Marauders. What a phenomenal job to empty the bases for Mingus. The bunt by Grant, the sacrifice attempt. Taylor got off the mound, flipped the ball over to Maycheck, who the second baseman was covering. And then after that, they got the man caught at third as Torp found himself in no man's land, threw behind him. That one's fouled straight back for strike one. And Martinez able to get the tag down. So the put out ends up, the bunt out goes 1-4. And this one a strike on the outside corner for the second strike. 0-2 count on the number 2 hitter. Jacob Platt, who is now the pitcher of record. He's been on base twice and a single back in the first. And he delivers, Taylor delivers, fouled off to the left-hand side off the top of the cages. Stays 0-2, 2 out, bases empty. So the put out on Torp over at third base ends up going a 4-5. You always watch him practice that in warm-ups, thrown from first to third. Little poke into center field, and that's going to get down. Tanner gets over to corral it and back in to Matthew, over to Maycheck. So the single by Platt keeps Bradshaw alive here in the top of the 8th. 2 out, 1 on now. Catcher Dylan Taylor is up. 0 for 4 in the game. Struck out in the first, struck out in the second, grounded out to the third baseman in the fourth. A little pop out to the second baseman in the 7th. Taylor back out of the stretch. There's the pitch. That one's going to be grounded into the ground over to Matthew. Matthew's going to take it himself to second and get the force out at second on Platt. So an unassisted ground out to the shortstop ends the top of the 8th for the Bradshaw Bears. 2 singles, no runs scored, and a 1 left on base. As we go to the bottom of the 8th, the Mingus Marauders coming up trying to win it here at home against the Bradshaw Bears. We're back after this.
The Suzy Q Market is the most convenient stop for road trips with 1,500 beverage selections and plenty of snacks. And save on Conoco fuel with your Kickback Rewards card. The Suzy Q drive-thru window is the most convenient way to stop for those essentials on the way home.
Road trips start here with something for everyone.
At Suzy Q.
Shop local first, always.
Go for others.
The earth beneath my feet is turning like a wheel.
Your first set of wheels didn't come with complications, or strings, or hassles. It can be that way again. There's a simpler way to buy tires. At Tire Pros.
We're hassle-free, guaranteed.
Jan Alvarez, who started at second base and is now out in left field, traded places as Chaz Taylor came in to pitch for the Mingus Marauders. He's going to get leadoff duties for Mingus here in the bottom of the 8th. He is 0 for 3 in the game. And Platt back out there on the mound to start the 8th inning, throws ball 1. Fly out to the left fielder in the 3rd, struck out in the 4th, and then lined into a double play to the first baseman. Ooh, that one toward the helmet, ducks out of the way for ball 2. 5th inning, hit the ball hard. Hit the ball hard. Right at Hillig at first base, who caught the ball and then tapped on first. That one's going up the middle. Leadoff single for the 9-hitter for the Mingus Marauders as Alvarez leads off the bottom of the 8th with a base hit. That's going to bring up Matthew, the shortstop. Matthew's been on base twice, walked twice, struck out twice. Comes up against Platt with 1 on, nobody out. Bottom of the 8th. Mingus trying to win their 3rd ball game of the year and go 2-4 in the Grand Canyon region. Matthew steps in way front part of the bag and bunts the ball hard down to the first baseman, who makes the tag and then turns around to see what Alvarez is going to do. So it's going to be a sacrifice for Matthew. An unassisted put out by the first baseman, and they're going to walk JT Justin Tanner without throwing a pitch. So Alvarez on second in scoring position with 1 out. The automatic, the sacrifice by Matthew, and then the walk to Justin Tanner. So the left fielder, now pitcher, Chaz Taylor comes up. He is 0 for 3 in the game, but he scored when he walked back in the 5th. Line drive, right field, it gets through. Around the corner comes Alvarez. Throw to the plate, it's going to be close. Safe! Mingus wins. Chaz Taylor with the RBI single to win the game for the Mingus Marauders. Alvarez, the speedster, comes around third to score, and the Marauders celebrate with an extra inning victory over the Bradshaw Bears. What a game, ladies and gentlemen. Came down right to the end, and Chaz Taylor went in an inside-out swing, lined that to the right fielder. And I'll tell you what, Aaron Gordon put a good throw on it all the way to the catcher. It was close as Taylor tried to apply the tag, and Alvarez got around the corner and just up underneath the tag for the victory. All right, that's going to be a wrap, ladies and gentlemen. The Mingus Marauders victorious 5-4. We're going to take a break, go through some stats. We'll be back at Mingus Union High School after this.
At Camp Verde Ace Hardware, you'll find their employees are friendly and very helpful. It's a family-owned hardware store, and they'll treat you like a member of the family. At Camp Verde Ace Hardware, they stock household tools and all kinds of supplies. You can take advantage of their rental department. From the moment you walk in the door till the time you leave, you'll know why Camp Verde Ace Hardware is the home of legendary customer service. Pay them a visit on Main Street in Camp Verde.
Lawler Construction is the exclusive builder at Mesquite Hills Subdivision in Cottonwood, a premier local builder of custom residential and commercial projects for 33 years. Lawler Construction uses green construction methods, building efficiency into every custom design. Lawler Construction is a certified Energy Star builder. For examples, visit LawlerConstructionAZ.com. Thank you for your business, confidence, and continued referrals. Lawler Construction, a proud supporter of baseball and softball at all levels.
Well, we had an exciting one here for you, a Grand Canyon Region battle, and these are always good battles between the Mingus Marauders and the Bradshaw Bears. And the visiting Bears end up one short here as Mingus wins it in the bottom of the 8th with an RBI single from senior Chaz Taylor. It was a great battle defensively. Amazingly enough, 4 double plays by the Bradshaw Bears out here tonight as they played their hearts out. Josh Grant, second baseman, also pitched out here today, ended up scoring a run, an RBI single in the second. He went 1 for 5 with a run scored and an RBI in the game. Jacob Platt ended up 2 for 5 in the game, 2 singles. Dylan Taylor, the catcher, ended up 0 for 5. Jacob Roberts, who started pitching, ends up 1 for 3 with a single and a walk. Paxton Prentice, the left fielder, was on base once with a walk, went 0 for 3 otherwise. The DH Dane Holiday ended up 0 for 2, hit by a pitch and scored back in the 3rd. And Garcia came in for him and walked in the 7th. First baseman Hillig had an excellent game out here today. Ended up 2 for 4, 2 singles and a run scored in the 2nd. Massas had a double, a single, a walk, and an RBI in the game. Thrown out at 3rd, trying to extend that double to a triple. And Chase Torp, the 3rd baseman, scored once in the game. Walked. He was hit by a pitch and a walked. Ended up 1 for 2 in the game with a single in the top of the 8th. Once again, 4 double plays for the visiting Bradshaw Bears. Mingus ended up with a double play, and it was an important one in the 8th where it was a bunt, and they got the man at first and then able to get the put out with the run down from the man between 3rd and home. That was an awesome play of the game. Chris Matthey, shortstop for the Mingus Marauders, was on base twice with 2 walks, but 0 for 3 otherwise. Justin Tanner got an automatic walk in the 8th inning, but was hit by a pitch and started the scoring barrage in the 5th on an error in the 1st. Other than that, had a couple of singles in the game. Chaz Taylor, 1 for 5, but I'll tell you, the 1 was huge with the game-winning RBI in the bottom of the 8th. He walked in, scored, and stole a base in the 5th as well. Angel Badencourt ended up on base 3 times, 2 walks, and an RBI, 2 RBI single in the 5th. Maychek was on base twice with a walk and a score in the 5th, and also singled back in the 2nd. Trevor Hoke ended up on base 3 times, hit by pitch in the 7th, and then a pair of walks in the 4th and 5th respectively. Machado started to break out of it. He ended up on base 4 times, but 2 for 3 in the game with an additional on base with a walk. Martinez ends up 0 for 3 and a walk in the game, and Jan Alvarez got his only base hit of the game in the bottom of the 8th, ends up 1 for 4, and ends up scoring the game-winning run here in the bottom of the 8th. Once again, the Mingus Marauders victorious here today, 5-4 over the visiting Bradshaw Bears. It's going to be softball, our next broadcast coming up on April 4th as the Scorpions and the Cowboys go at it from Camp Verde High School. Jackie Bessler along with you, Abby Kwiatkowski on camera, John Staben, our producer, Ryan Nichols. We all bid you farewell from Mingus Union High School.